All right, are we on?
Yep.
We're on the air. We're on the air. Folks, I'm Melvin Swinkley. I'm the general manager of WOUU, Wow TV, Schenectady, New York, 43. And I'll tell you what a joy it is to see your bright, shining faces. We don't usually see our audience. It's wonderful to see you here in the studio watching the shows, watching the magic get made, as we say. Ha, that's what we say. It's not really landing. That's okay. All right. We have a strict time requirement, FCC and all that, so we better get... Oh, do you know where 24 is there? Can you take the house lights? Those house lights, just slide 24 down. It's all the way over to your left on the top. All the way to the left. Right, my other left. Right on the top. You're right on the top, 24 all the way. Just slide that down. Just give her a hand. That's Isabel. And our technical director, Mr. Casey Baker. And I will get her through it. Here we go. And let's roll it. Let's roll it, Casey.
Knowledge strongly. Brought to you by Volta.
Melvin!
I'm sorry.
I told you to lower that.
I was going to.
Edit that out. I'll do it again.
You were on the air.
Yeah, old joke, Melvin.
No, we actually are. We're live
Yeah, okay. Ah,
on the air.
where is Beth? Where the hell is Beth?
I didn't.
She's doing this.
Beth, we're on the air.
I'm sorry I'm late. I came straight from the weather. I'm sorry.
Late again.
She was doing the weather.
Did you start? Did you start?
Yes, we started.
Okay.
We start on time.
Okay. Val, just edit this out, okay? We'll
We
start
can't
all over
edit.
again.
We're live
Okay,
with an
thank
audience in
you.
this.
Thank you so much.
We have a studio. We never know.
I am Dr. Maximilian Ludd. You all know me.
Oh.
This is Beth Danvers, whose last name is not like mine anymore. Isn't that right?
That's right.
And together, we are Knowledge Strongly.
We already changed the name? Oh, okay. I didn't know we talked about it. I didn't know it was confirmed. Mel, can we do it again?
No, we're live.
We'll just, let's just go on and
It's on the air.
we'll splice it in later.
We'll splice it later. Anyway, it's so great to see you here. And as you know, every week, Beth and I, we get a subject from the audience. And that subject is something we're going to explore in depth in ways you never imagined possible. And you'll all come out here learning something new. So, I would like to ask from you a subject you'd like to learn more about today. Anything. Anything at all.
String theory.
String theory. Can I have a second subject?
Peeps.
What's that?
Peeps.
Peeps. Peeps. Oh, well,
Photosynthesis.
it just so happens that string theory and peeps are connected. And I have a way to show this for our experiment of the day. What I have here are a common group of pistachio nuts. You can get them in any grocery store. Now, all things in string theory are connected, so these nuts are connected to everything. What I have here also is a jar of alkaline water purchased from the Gwyneth Paltrow website. I'm going to put this in here. I am going to add the catalyst solution. Also, we're going to need just a dab of alcohol to get that going. And for good luck. Now I'm going to stir this, and this should not be here. Now, why don't you introduce our special guests?
Oh, okay. All right. Just keep that away from me. You know I'm allergic to nuts. We have two special guests joining us. today. A scientist. Oh, there she is, and there she is. And her name is?
Dr. Lucius Int.
Dr. Lucius Ent.
Int.
Int. Dr. Lucius Int.
Yes. This is my assistant, Carmen.
Oh, hi. This is Carmen. Thank you so much for being here with us. Are you aware of the topic of the
Yes.
day? Okay, great. All right. So we are going to explain the relationship between peeps and string theory.
It's quite easy, actually.
Of course, it's quite easy.
Well, if it's so easy, then perhaps the three of you could mention to us in the audience 13 things about peeps and string theory.
No problem.
Sure. You go first.
If you pull a string on a peep, it will unravel.
What?
If you string peeps up in your room, they're like Easter Christmas lights.
2,
I put peeps in the microwave and they set it on fire.
3,
My theory is that peeps come from heaven.
4.
Peep theory goes that if you stuff a lot of them in your mouth, be sure to chew or you will choke.
True. 5.
The little yellow ones make sense that they're called peeps, but it's a total mystery why the bunnies are.
6.
For years, Carmen has been stringing me along.
7, and edit that out.
We can't edit it, but never mind.
If you get a box of peeps, it is only fair that you equally share them rather than eating all of them by yourself and not giving your assistant even one.
Okay.
I think that's enough facts about it.
That's enough
That's
facts. That's enough facts. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, while the experiment is brewing, why don't we investigate great moments in peeps and, string theory and how they're connected. We could reenact that right now for all of you.
Is this the part where I do the lights?
Yes, and if you were at rehearsals, you'd know that without asking. Ancient times.
Ready?
You're stepping on my lines.
Sorry.
Ancient times. An early holiday festive person looking for Easter treats. Oh. 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 And thus the first person to choke to death by eating too much peep.
Ancient Rome.
I shall smite you with this lion. Yes, very good, very good, very Roman.
And that was when it was discovered that marshmallow cannot harm marshmallow. They are connected via strings.
Mommy, I found a chicken.
Oh?
Yeah, it's in my pocket. Here, it's a little squishy, but I think the Easter Bunny gave it to me.
Oh. Don't eat that!
Why? I already ate 5 of them.
Those are evil. They're sent by the devil.
What?
You see, it was established in the Middle Ages at some point that black cats delivered baskets on Easter as an affront to all that was holy, and in them were marshmallow treats.
You're a witch.
Mommy, I don't feel so good.
Here, we will figure out if you're cursed forever or if we can
Oh, no.
save you. swallow this string. If I can purge you of the evil marshmallow, you will be saved. My theory is correct. You are saved.
Yay!
My name is Albert Einstein, and I'm here puzzling over this chalkboard and equations about how to unify the subatomic with the greater laws of physics. But I feel like I need a snack. Something that feels like springtime and tastes like a yoga mat with sugar.
Happy crossover, Albert.
It's some kind of little animal. Eureka! I've discovered a unified theory, and I'll tell no one. And that was great moments in Peeps and string history. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Certainly that was inspirational, and against my better judgment, I will hand this inspiration over to my cohort.
That's very funny. I would like to invite our guests to join me in a little area that we call the Harmony Garden, where we're going to sing a little song for you about Peeps and string theory. What we're going to need is a phrase from you. Any phrase. It can be about Peeps and string theory.
You're alienating them again.
Give them time.
What's something you know about string theory?
What's something you know about Peeps?
Let me do it.
Okay.
What we're asking for is something that is related to the topic, any phrase at all that you'd like to share. That's how it's done.
See?
Okay,
Fluffy!
Oh, okay.
Fluffy.
Fluffy. So now we
That's
need
the
two
string.
more. We need two more.
Two more.
actually.
It's huge.
It's huge.
Abstract.
Abstract. You're welcome.
It's huge. It's huge. It's huge.
It's fluffy, 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 fluffy,
It's
fluffy, fluffy,
huge.
fluffy, fluffy,
It's
fluffy, 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 fluffy,
It's
fluffy, fluffy, fluffy. String theory's fluffy. String theory's fluffy.
It's
All those
fluffy.
little strings connected everywhere. It's fluffy, 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 universal. The universe is fluffy. The universe is fluffy. Fluffy, 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 fluffy. Universe is fluffy. The universe is fluffy. Over here it seems clear, but over here it is fluffy.
Thank you.
Now I want us all to ride the waves of this magical song to the land of imagination, to the town of Puppetville.
May I join the puppets and talk about string theory?
Absolutely.
Oh
We've been
yeah!
waiting for you. What took you so long?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not used to puppets. So,
You're standing on my leg.
that's your leg. Okay, let's focus here on string theory and Peeps. Now, as we've discussed, Peeps are made of
Hang on a
string.
second. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Sorry, I
Let's
was-
start without Simon.
Okay, as I was saying.
Thank you, Bonnie.
May I continue? As I was saying, Peeps are made of string. Tiny little strings.
Oh,
Yeah, and when you put them all together, they create a model of the universe.
you can tie things with strings.
Yes, you can
Yeah,
tie
yeah.
all of the dimensions and aspects of the universe together.
Hang
Well-
on, hang on.
What's up? What's matter, Bonnie?
Can you go back a second? You put it all together?
Yes.
And that's the universe?
Yes.
But what if you tie things together with strings?
things in the privacy of your own home.
Like
Like,
what kinds of
like someone you love in a special way.
Oh, that's different. That's tying something up.
And they want to be talked to dirty.
Okay.
And you like, you maybe,
Okay.
like you go, like, you know, bag, and you're like, they're into it. Is that the universe too?
Okay, let's
Asking for friends.
No, this is a science show, and although there are scientific aspects to what you're discussing,
Yeah,
they're not
science.
for today.
Biology, psychology.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Could you just step back there a little bit? Just step away from me a little bit. Put a little more distance between the two of us. Thank you.
I can't believe you're doing this to me in front of people again.
You weren't supposed to talk about it on the air.
I said it was for friend. Stop interrupting.
Yeah, thank you. Stop interrupting. Now, when you eat a peep, you are eating the universe.
This is like Donna's wedding all over again.
So like I said, and I don't know if you heard me, when you eat a peep, it's like you're eating the universe.
Oh.
You see?
Like eating a piece of cake.
No, like
Oh my God, let's not go there. Oh my
Not
goodness, change the
cake.
subject. Let's not go there.
No, not cake. You take the whole universe and you compact it into a peep with string, and then you eat it, and now you are the universe.
Oh, my mind is blown.
Yes, I know.
Sounds delicious.
It is delicious because it's all of the knowledge and all of the ancestral DNA and history of all of us.
That is beautiful.
Yes, I
Kind
know.
of kinky.
You want
No,
to come back? I
no,
got some
it's-
neon colored pink string I could show you, and some etchings I drew in my place.
Ooh.
Are you talking to me? Because I'm not interested
No
in
one's
that.
talking to you, sorry.
Well, wait a minute. No, this roof. It's more of Simon the Monster to go around. There's plenty.
No, thank you.
No,
Thank you.
yeah, I'm not into that either.
All right. Well, I'm going to go tie up now.
Thank you.
Bye.
And that was Puppetville. Now,
Very upsetting.
kid shows are hard. Now, this is the portion of the show where we have an educational film. Now, unfortunately, the soundtrack to our educational film was damaged. But luckily, I know what is supposed to happen and how it relates to peeps and string theory. Could you let me know when the film is ready to roll? I'll narrate rather than... Thank you so much. So as you see, construction of peeps takes a lot of metallurgy, where you take the fibers of the crystal subatomic structure and heat it on a metal plate. Now this goes back to the ages of the dinosaurs, where the first peeps actually were evolved by dinosaurs ripping open cartilage that foamed. And that foamy cartilage is, that looks very private, we probably shouldn't watch. Now it can cause a lot of anxiety, but in labs, under controlled circumstances, you can irradiate that foamy substance and project it into space. And the marshmallow goodness will in fact bounce back, giving a perfect image of what the shape of the universe was at the time of the dinosaurs. And you can see this will affect your gastric glands if they're too close, but it can aid in digestion if you eat the peeps sensibly when they bounce back. The transportation of peeps is important. The trains take them to the factory where they make circuit boards. You didn't know this probably, but each peep actually has what we call a bread box or motherboard inside it. This technician is testing the peeps for quality to make sure that they can withstand the G-forces of being chewed.
Okay, stop.
What?
Now, where did you get this film?
What?
Where did he give you this film?
You gave me the film.
All right, well, can we
It's
just
science.
please edit this out?
Okay, all right, I'm sorry.
You know, divorce means you're edited out of my whole life.
I'm
Mel's
sorry.
coming down
I'm
now.
sorry.
Now we're in trouble because Mel's coming down.
Could you please understand something? These people are here now The people at home are here now. This is live television. This is live television. We're not taping anything. We can't edit anything out because it's live. We can't edit anything out. This is live.
It's live for them.
Yeah, they're
Oh, for
here, of
God's
course.
sakes. I can't see it.
He's gonna have a nervous breakdown. He's not cut out for this
Just
work.
doesn't want to do the
No,
editing, I think.
no, he doesn't want to do it. It's lazy. It's very lazy.
No, I think that's what it is.
It's nice that we came together for this one thing, I think.
Dr. Ludd,
Yes.
I would invite my assistant Carmen to help you if there's more film.
Well, there's actually about 2 more minutes left if you wouldn't mind not interrupting the hell out of me.
Okay.
Thank you, Carl.
Roll it, I guess.
Well, I don't want to.
Please,
This
please.
is my specialty.
Oh,
I
excellent.
think you were talking about the testing of the peeps.
Yes.
In order to make sure you can see here, this is the string theory inside the peeps, which is what makes them so able to withstand the chewing and keeps them from just disintegrating in your mouth. That when you chew, it's when the string of the string theory is released. And you can see how happy the peeps make us. We all have memories. It used to be the people would try to make their peeps at home. Peep sandwiches at the turn of the century were very fruitful. And we've now taken peeps up to the space station where we do experiments on string theory to see if it is actually, for a while people thought string theory wasn't a real thing. But now we're testing it. We are also using peeps as a way of making peace throughout the universe. You see the string here is a way of stringing peace throughout the universe and saying, I will reciprocally show you that I care about you. We give each other peeps and string goodwill throughout. This is, I think this is your specialty here.
Yes, and that's how it's done. Thank you. And I want to thank you, Carmen, for showing the world that science is all about saying a lot of words with confidence. You can science too. Now,
I'm sorry, I owe you an apology. I thought you were making the whole thing up. But clearly, you actually know what you're talking about sometimes.
your apology means the world to me. Would mean more if you didn't ask for alimony.
But we'll talk about it after the show, okay? What's next?
Well, the results of the experiment. Now, as you know, and please gather around. This is exciting. And cylinders were last week. What the hell is that? Now, we took the pistachio nuts and put them in the catalyst gel with the Gwyneth Paltrow water with a little bit of alcohol. And what has happened is that the basal elements in the pistachio have given up their strings and yielded a crystal matrix of different living things that the pistachios were exposed to in their molecular past. A small dog,
Look at that
a cow,
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
pigs, a sheep, a yellow chicken, a peep, a peep! We have achieved a peep!
You can roll the end credits now.
Bill Nye can eat shit! I have a peep! You can edit that out! I would like to end with just discussing briefly what we've learned.
Oh, sorry.
Please,
I
please.
have a date I have to get to. Sorry.
Oh, what?
No, let's just do. What are we doing?
No, we're going to talk about that. How long has this been going on? Because that should have come up in court.
Can we not do this now in front
We
of
can
our
edit them out.
studio audience?
All right, fine, go, but we're talking about this.
Would you like to go first as our guest?
Oh, sure. Well, I've learned that we should all assume positive intent and respect each other's education and let each other share our love of science and our brilliance for the edification of the world.
I've learned that peeps have a long and violent history.
It's true. It's true.
I learned that string theory theory isn't nearly as complicated as I thought it was. Everybody makes it a big deal out of it.
I've learned when you take 4 great minds and put them together and work together to investigate a problem, the other 3 don't compare to my intellect. Yes! You can clap! I think that's a wrap. Are we doing credits?
Okay, roll the credits.
Is there catering? I'm hungry.
We're still, okay, can we get the commercial kid out?
I think you're underselling it.
Write a paper.
Without the close-up, try not to direct from the actual stage if you can help it. Can you just
Okay,
look
bye.
at the-
Should I bring it to you, Melvin?
No, I don't.
This is TV 43 WOUU. Wow, Schenectady, New York.
Whenever I'm tired of running for my life through hill and bramble and eating farmers' crops, and I'm filled with the existential dread of life and death, I turn to Voltron.
Is a difficult and kind of delicate operation. We're always tweaking things, and we have little dials that we always have to you get it just right. And then you go, have a cup of coffee, come back, and the darn thing, you look on the oscilloscope, and the wave is all wrong. You kids don't even know what an oscilloscope is, but it's very technical. Yes, it is. And you have to have the wave right, or else people aren't seeing the right thing at home. Like now, what I'm doing is called stalling, and that's okay, because, hey, when I was younger, I was actually an entertainer, but I've forgotten most of that, and that's okay, too. These people are working very hard to sort out the set, and we love them for that, we really do. There's a special breed of person making television. And it makes me emotional. It does. Someday I think everyone will want to make their own television. Many years from now, people will carry around, I believe this is true, people will carry around little recording studios in their pockets, and they will be able to make television whenever they want to. But for now, this is where the magic happens, here in the studio. And we've done a lot of things that you wouldn't know about. I mean, for example, if you can zoom right in on me here, there's a microphone behind this plastic plant, see? That's part of the magic, because we just, that's all right. She got it from over there, but if you want to zoom in again, you can. It's hard to see on this one.
The camera was pointing at the floor was the problem.
It was pointing at the floor. Oh, that camera? Yeah, it does that. Okay, I think we're there.
Thank you,
You have
everyone.
the opener? You have to run it.
We need to get a,
Oh, yeah, get the thing.
thank you, everyone, for being here. We're very excited. We're about to see the premiere of the next episode of Book Club. You may have seen the previews for that episode. The book that they are reading on Book Club this year, the title, the never before heard book title that they are reading on book club this year, this episode is?
The Bible.
The what Bible? Because it's not the actual Bible. It's the Groovy Bible. Thank you. All right, we bring you to the Groovy Bible episode of the book club.
And roll it.
That was a good class, wasn't it?
That was really good. I'm gonna be very sore tomorrow.
Me. Hey, how are you? Good.
Hi, Henrietta.
Good to see you,
Good to see
Stacy.
you. We just came from Pilates,
I
of
used to-
course.
oh, so little, yeah. Is sitting here? Is yeah, okay, good.
Yeah,
Is that all right?
I brought
That's
water, but
good.
I'm just gonna grab a coffee.
Yeah.
Can I get anybody anything?
Yeah, could you get me a coffee?
Yeah, just
Black? Black, okay. How do you think the remodeling is going on her house?
I imagine she seemed happy the last time you spoke.
She looks a little stressed to me. I think, I assume it's, the renovations, but maybe something else.
here you go, Sheila.
Thank you.
How are the renovations going on your house?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's a lot. It's gonna be fine.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers. All right.
Uh,
You sure?
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to talk about?
no,
Okay.
I actually think it's good if we talk about the book because I think there were some ideas here that I need to
Okay.
maybe
Okay, yeah.
remember.
Okay.
What did you think of the book?
I think this is my favorite book that we've read so far.
Really?
I can see that. Yeah. Oh, me?
You can see that, meaning you liked it, or?
No, I can see that why it's your favorite book. Yeah. Look, I don't know who chose this book.
I did.
You chose this book.
I read about it in Oprah magazine. Oh, the Oprah magazine.
Yeah. Okay, well, then I thought it was very interesting. I thought it was very nice the way it went from left to right. I mean, from right to left. That was interesting. There were nice pictures. Very psychedelic, yeah. So that's I hated it.
Really?
Yeah, I hated it.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you download the companion playlist?
Yes, of course I downloaded the companion playlist.
I thought it was wonderful listening to the Doors and all of that groovy music.
The music of my youth.
Well, no offense, but that's the point. It's 2022.
You don't like period pieces?
No. I mean, look, it's fine. You're driving in the car. You're on a road trip. You've turned on the radio, and it's the oldie station, and there's the Doors. That's nice. But a whole book?
Well, you were just telling us that you binge watched Bridgerton in one weekend.
That's
so
very different from this book.
I'm just saying, it can't
Very
be that it's
different.
a period piece that bothered you.
No, exactly. I like period piece, especially Bridgerton. But, it's, okay, here's the other thing that bothered me besides the music. In the real Bible, God is very vengeful. He's very angry all the time, right? And he's always, smiting things, right? In Groovy Bible, everyone's happy all the time. God is okay with everything. Everybody does what they want, and
Maybe your God could have benefited from some hallucinogenics. No offense.
No.
Did I offended you?
No. Oh, her?
No, you.
No.
Let's start there with the throwing down the beads.
Yeah.
Because this was actually one of the reasons that I loved this book. The idea of a god, real or symbolic, who was joyous, who was celebrating his creation. The idea of a god that had, sort of on a whim, as a creative artist, created, one day, just one day, created human beings, and now was watching and celebrating delightedly, like we might sit back and binge on Netflix, what was happening. And throwing down some beads to decorate us and see what we would do with them, and laughing at our escapades.
And being proud of his son on earth, Jim Morrison.
Being proud of his son on earth, Jim Morrison, grooving to the music.
Oh, dear. It's nice, but it's not accurate.
Well, it's fiction.
No, I know, but they're talking about God, and this is not accurate. This is not what God was like.
We probably shouldn't have a conversation about whether the real Bible is accurate or not.
Yeah. Maybe we can just talk about this as a story.
Okay, you know what? I'll tell you something that I liked about it. The illustrations, very realistic. The first one with Adam and Eve, very realistic. All that hair, I liked that. That was very good.
I didn't like that.
You didn't like
No,
that?
I'm on. That's one thing that's better about 2022, isn't it?
No hair?
We're grooming. Cleanliness.
Wait, are you saying you like to wax? You like it?
Not the process, but the result.
I don't wax.
Never? Nothing?
No.
Why?
Why?
I mean, just look at the picture. It's too much. It's too much.
That's the way God made people. That's what Jim Morrison looks like. I can guarantee you that.
Well, God made wax too. We can avail ourselves of waxing
Yes, we
technology.
certainly can.
I suppose. Don't understand why.
Don't you, well, maybe I won't ask it that way. I felt that as Sierra learned to seek her relationship with God, he delighted more in her, he discovered her, although frankly I'm not sure why he still needed to be a he. That, if I had one argument, it was that God still is conceived as a he. It's a groovy Bible, we think we could expand maybe a little
You
bit.
think,
that way.
right?
You think,
You
yes.
think, yeah.
But he delights in her and is discovering her as much as she is discovering him. There's a reciprocal relationship of discovering each other as opposed to a one-way power dynamic. That was interesting.
I'm sorry. Did you say Serena?
Sierra.
Sierra?
Serena,
Okay, no, which
Sierra,
one was
Serena
she?
was not as interesting to me.
Which one was Sierra? Because there's like 14,000 names in this one.
Yes, there are a lot of names and a lot of them start with S.
Yes.
That was confusing.
Do you remember the scene on the beach? Do you remember the scene on the beach?
Yes. Yes, I do.
It's what you're talking about,
Let's,
Henrietta.
yeah,
It's,
let's find it.
It's page 116.
Yeah.
Hang on. No, go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay. Sierra tiptoed to the edge of the water, the sunlight glinting off her toe rings. And as she came closer, the sun felt warmer, and the waves lapped at her feet, like the water was laughing. and delighting in her, and she was delighting in it. The water was God.
The water's God.
Oh, wait,
It
what?
lapped
The
her
water
feet.
was God?
Yeah, the water, just like Henrietta said, the water was delighting in Sierra, and Sierra was delighting in the water.
Like it was laughing at her and licking her toes.
Well, that's kind of sexy, yeah, that's
Very
nice.
sexy.
Now, yeah, I have to go back and read that again, I didn't realize that.
Because it's what you said, you know, we're used to thinking of God as something omniscient and omnipotent and vengeful, or even, you know, even in traditions where God is not vengeful, it's remote, you know, or something to be feared or pleased, not something that is discovering us or paying attention to us or engaged in a reciprocal attention of learning. If you know everything and are all powerful, there's not the same kind of delight or playfulness that's what really struck me here.
So you were saying like God is just like a regular person?
No, like a special
Like
person.
extra super horny person. That's,
Well, I mean, maybe that's going a little too far, but I will say the book did make me a little bit
I don't,
horny.
yeah.
Which is,
If you're going, if all this symbolism is God, then, you know, he's getting a lot of action through the ages in this.
well, I mean, you know, the Judeo-Christian tradition certainly didn't have a especially horny God, but the Greeks certainly did.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
All those statues
Here,
are half
can we just
naked.
pause for a minute?
Sure.
Since you brought it up, that is not a feeling that I've had. Can I just say?
Sure, yeah.
That is not a feeling I have had for many years.
The water lapping at you.
Anything lapping at me.
How many years?
Judgment-free zone?
Of course.
Yes, of course.
42 years.
That's okay.
That feels like judgment.
No, no, no.
I was
No.
just doing the math.
It's not judgment.
I was 22 years old.
I was 6. I'm sorry.
So it's on. And honestly, I've had opportunities. And the water lapping at my feet and my carrots sprouting out of the ground and my dog cuddling with me in bed has been plenty. My sister as a companion has been plenty. The groovy Bible, though, and the Doors soundtrack makes me wonder.
Yes, all right. No, I like this one.
I don't know, is that crazy? Is it too
No.
late?
No, it's not too late. No.
We could make you a profile on a dating app.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, also first, how do you know about dating app?
You'll hear the kids talking about
Okay,
it.
and so she can make you a profile.
Or one of the boys can help you. They're great with
No,
technology.
no. Really, I wasn't, I am surprised that I even said anything here now to you.
I'm glad you did.
Hey, me too. It sounds like it's time. I'm not saying it's overdue, but it's time.
Well, I'll think about it. Maybe we should get that.
You know, Henrietta, there's a lot of nice gentlemen spend the afternoons here at Panera Bread.
Did I say that very loud?
No, I'm just saying, it's just, sometimes you just have to be in the right place at the right time. So there's some retirees and I'm just saying,
Or,
you could spend some time here.
yeah, or some young guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be a retiree.
You're right.
Right?
Of course, of course.
Well, if we're talking about what I might be looking for,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah, is there a page?
what page, that's?
Stonewall? Remember Stonewall?
Yeah.
He's not, that wasn't, let's see if I can find it.
I'm pretty sure he was gay in this, but,
I wasn't sure. I think he sort of had a pen.
Yeah, I don't know if it mattered.
Yes.
yeah, you're probably right.
Let me see. There was this moment, but I'll tell you the moment that I liked. Page 80, 83.
Julia, I can't get used to the.
Yes, it's here. With the woodpecker pounding in the background, Stonewall stood with his foot on the fallen log, piercing her with his big blue eyes, one side of his mouth turned up in a smirk. Yup, he said, take a listen to that.
I love the way he says, yep.
God is the woodpecker, right?
I think I need to read this whole book over again. Wow.
We have a woodpecker out back
Wait,
in the trees behind our house.
is it symbolism? What?
We hear it sometimes in the morning.
It's symbolic or real?
It's
Oh,
motivating, inspiring.
So, now when you came in, you seemed a little bit stressed. You were saying
Yeah, right?
that Stacy seemed stressed. But right now, I'm wondering if maybe things are a little less stressful at home from the last time we talked.
Yeah, it's things with the contractors are hard. But with Jay, I've been reading him passages from our books like you guys suggested.
How'd that go?
It worked.
Oh, that's great! So he likes it.
Yeah.
That's a surprise.
Yeah, he doesn't want to hear the whole story, but
Yeah, no, I really didn't think he was going to like
I
it.
didn't think so either. And he always saw Jim Morrison as a bit of a hero.
You're
You
kidding.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We only know him now, a little bit. We didn't know him, when they first met. How old were you?
we were 20.
Yeah,
Good age.
yeah.
Well, friends, shall we make a date to work on my profile?
Yes. All right. Oh, I'm so proud of you. We're going to get you
Can't wait.
laid. That's so good. Yes. Oh, sorry.
You might have to wax.
No.
Okay. All right, we'll see. Ladies.
Do you know where they have actually good coffee?
Where's that?
There's a little Turkish place.
Let's go.
Around the corner. Yeah, let's go.
And we are out. That's a television term. We are out. That means that we're not on anymore. We're out. Now it's funny because you'd think you'd say off, right? We are off, but we don't say we're off. We say we're out. I'm talking too much again. It's the thing I do when I'm a little nervous, but it's going rather well, isn't it? Yes?
Yes, it
Good.
is.
We're going to take a little break. We're showing an educational film for 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll be back.
Thank
All
you.
right. All right. Well done. So, I am Michael Burns, and I work here at MAPCO, not at WOUU, and I'm delighted, really, truly, to see all you folks. It's great to see you. We have a lot going on, including a lot of classes, some of which are full, but others have room. And if you're looking at what the folks here are doing, which is unusual improv, this TV angle, but they're making stuff up. And if you're thinking, I can make it up, you're right. We encourage you to do so. Take a class. It's good for your spirit. Isn't it, Carrie?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Tomorrow night, we're doing Real Life the Improv. That's another different format where we will interview 2 or 3 audience members who are willing. We never put anyone on the spot, but kind of a talk show interview kind of thing where the improvisers will bounce off of their answers with whatever comes to mind, and then we'll go back to the interview, and it kind of goes back and forth ping pong style. People love that. And if you really want to be a star, you can come be interviewed, and it's cool. Other than that, I guess we're all set. Are we all set? Yes. All right then. So we've shown the film, and now it's time to get back on the air. We're going to be rolling the intro to this this next program. I'm very excited about this. I really am, because it's about dating. So, all right. Let's Casey, can we roll the opener?
It's time for Picking Dates with your host, Biff Wellington. Brought to you by Full Time.
You're live.
Good evening, friends. How we doing tonight? Well, welcome back. It's that time of the week, and we are here at Pickin' Dates. Tonight we have a wonderful show lined up for you, and we're going to bring out our first 3 prospects. Prospects, if you'll join me on stage. Or how about a round of applause for our prospects? As you know, this is not your typical average, ordinary dating show. Each of our wonderful contestants tonight have something just a little bit different and interesting about them. So let us begin. Our prospect number 1, you know, he has an obsession. Can somebody in the audience guess what that obsession is?
The color pink.
He is obsessed with the color pink. That is correct. Our second contestant is actually someone from history. Who is this individual? Who can guess?
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Yes, we have the wonderful, talented Eleanor Roosevelt. And last, but certainly not least, we have the one, the only major sports star who is Serena Williams, here with us on Pickin' Dates. All right, so just to review.
I'm obsessed with pink.
I'm Eleanor Roosevelt. I'm Serena Williams.
A wonderful, talented tennis star. We are so happy to have you tonight. Are you ready to meet our contestant, our first contestant tonight? Let me hear it if you're ready. Give it up for Pokemon! Good evening, Poe. Thank you for joining us tonight on Pickin' Dates. Before we get going, would you care to share a little bit about yourself with our studio audience tonight?
Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be here. I love to travel, and I'm mostly happy, except I have this strange anxiety about people trying to capture me.
You know, I've had dreams like that myself. All right, well, we're going to get right down to it. You know the rules are simple. Poe is going to be able to ask each of our wonderful prospects this evening a few questions. Poe, whenever you're ready, feel free.
Good afternoon, prospects. Prospect number 1. I am wondering if we had a lazy evening at home together, what would you do to entertain me?
Oh, well, I would make funny faces so that you would stick your tongue out at me. And I would sing to you the song You're Perfect, which is one of my favorite songs. And then we may have some lemonade and grapefruit.
Okay, thank you, prospect. Thank you, prospect number 1. Prospect number 2, same question.
Well, I prefer not to be idle. I like to stay busy and keep my hands and my mind busy. So I might read to you from one of the latest tracts, perhaps a bit of policy, in my living room in Hyde Park.
Oh, all right. Prospect number 3. Same question for you too.
Well, I don't relax often. I'm always moving, pretty much. I am very, very much someone who likes to be out doing things. So that is, I almost want to say I don't understand the question.
Oh, okay then. Prospect. Oh, okay. Well, then, next question.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that was wonderful. I mean, are you getting any feels?
I'm getting a little bit of a feel. Yes, I
Okay.
am.
All right, let's continue.
Well, then I'm just going to start with prospect number 3, since you didn't understand my first question. How about, why don't you, sometimes I get, as I said, I get a little bit anxious, and one of the things that makes me anxious is feeling like I'm confused. So what are some things that confuse you, number 3, other than my first question?
Well, sure, absolutely. And, I do get confused all the time. It's, what I do is sometimes I have a million things flying at me at once, and, you have to tackle it head on. So it's hard, and it's anxiety inducing, absolutely. So yes, I would say my work makes me very anxious. I would say that perhaps not being at work and not getting ready for work makes me anxious.
Okay.
Certainly someone who's hardworking.
Yes, someone who is hard-working and has things flying at them. Prospect, that does sound anxiety-provoking.
A little bit.
But maybe they'd like to travel, so that would be good. Prospect number 2, what confuses you?
Not very much. If we're talking philosophically, I suppose the question of a woman's place in society is one to consider. That doesn't always make sense, but we find our place, don't we?
Yeah, it's a stumper.
That's deep.
It is.
It's really deep.
It is really deep. And prospect number 1, what confuses you, if anything?
Well, it seems like a minor thing, but I'm baffled because years ago I went to a carnival and went to get cotton candy, and they had blue cotton candy. Who would want that? It's a friggin' abomination, and I have bad dreams about it.
I can see how you'd be haunted by that. I mean, the way things are changing nowadays.
It's tough.
It really is. I mean, so what are you thinking so far?
Boy, it's tough, isn't it?
It's really tough.
Sounds like 3 really good prospects.
We have some amazing prospects, and I just have to take a moment. Prospect number 3. You must really have to work out and stay in shape in order to do the job that you do, to entertain everybody.
I am constantly moving. It is rare that I find a serene moment.
Now, I believe you have a sister, is that correct?
Yes, I do.
What's it like having a sister who's, so close to you?
Oh, well, I mean, it's lovely. I have someone who supports me in what I do, and, companionship is so important to me.
Well, thank you for sharing. I'm just so excited that you were able to join us this evening.
Of course, of course.
I also appreciate companionship.
You do.
Yes.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, I've heard that you're the type of person who really stands by your partner
Yes, that's true.
and supports them.
Yes, that's right. In the public eye, I am a staunch supporter of my partner. But I have other ways of supporting others in private.
And we appreciate that. We really do. The work that you've done, it's just, it gets you right here.
I know.
Doesn't it? Yes. Absolutely. And prospect number one. Is it true that you were dabbling in, some artistry for a while?
I did, but there really wasn't a market for monochromatic pieces
Oh, I see.
like I enjoyed doing.
I see.
Yeah, so,
That must have been really tough for you.
well, it was very tough. It was very tough. I turned to a lot of really bad things during that period of time. I never stooped to smoking. I don't want to be blackened inside.
No, I can imagine. Not at all. You want to be nice and healthy, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, why don't we continue with your questions, Poe?
Oh. All right, well, I really am here to find love, or at least a good date.
Ooh, if you're looking for love, you might be interested in prospect number one.
We're right here.
Oh, all right. Well, prospect number one, if we were gonna have a romantic night out on a date, what would you prepare?
Well, I'd pull around in my Cadillac and I would open the door for you. I would bring you to the ocean where I know a place where the sun set. Oh, it's just, the color just comes out. And you don't have to waste your time on the oranges and other stuff. There's just, what's important is there. And then we might go out for a steak dinner and just, I don't like it cooked very, I like it kind of juicy in the middle, not too red, but not, and yeah, I think that would be delightful.
Thank you, prospect number one. That sounds perfect, and it's very informative. Prospect number three, what kind of romantic date would you prepare for us?
Well, Poe, it's just 3 words. You, me, and a tennis racket.
Oh. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Prospect number 3. And prospect number 2. First of all, I just want to say I'm honored to be in your presence, and I really appreciate everything that you've done, both recognized and unrecognized, for our nation. And what kind of romantic date would you want to have, I guess, is my question.
I would like to take you to New York City and hand out pamphlets with you.
Wow. Okay, I think I've made my choice.
Do you hear that? Our contestant has made her choice. All right, the moment you've been waiting for. Poe, who's it gonna be?
I think I would like to choose prospect number 2.
Prospect number 2.
You're Eleanor Roosevelt, are you?
Yes, I am.
May I give you a hug? It's such an honor to meet you. I'm just so honored to be able to go on a date with you.
Thank you.
Well, Miss Roosevelt, thank you so much. If you wouldn't mind just stepping off the stage, we're gonna have a few parting words for our prospects who were not as lucky in the love department. Do you have anything you want to say to either one of these amazing individuals?
Well, I believe prospect number 3 might be Serena Williams.
Absolutely, Serena.
And I would say that it is also
also a great honor to meet you. You are a great role model, and I really respect your talent. If you hadn't been sitting next to Eleanor Roosevelt, you definitely would have been my choice.
I understand. It's this could have been yours, but it's.
I'm sure you will have no trouble getting dates. And I'd also like to say that I am a fan of the color pink.
You really could have been a match.
We could have been, again, you know, you're just in especially good company, but
I'm blushing. I hope it's just the right thing.
it's perfect. And thank you for being here. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Well, our contestant and our prospect are going to be heading out on an amazing adventure, heading down to New York City for an all-expense trip for 3 days. Cutbacks. All right, we're going to move to commercial, but we'll be back with the second round of Picking Dates. Are we off yet?
Darling. Why, yes, Doris? Do you think that perhaps now that we're married, we might have some time alone without the kitties? Well, what do you mean without the kitties? Well, I mean, perhaps a night out alone after the reception without your little feline friends. Meow, meow, don't listen to her. Meow, 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 dumper. Well, I don't know. I've never been without the kitties before. Where would we go? Well, I've heard that Mobco, the Improv Theater in Schenectady, New York, has a show every Saturday night full of joyful merriment and improvised comedy. Meow, meow, that sounds pretty good. Let's go. Yeah, well, why can't we just bring the kitties, too? Well, they have a no pets policy. Meow, son of a bitch. And they lived happily ever after, making it up as they went along, like Mopco does. Mopco, go to mopco.org and come to our shows Saturday nights. You can trust me. I'm an emoji. Yeah.
Bring up our next set of contestants and prospects. So will the prospects please join me on stage? How about a round of applause for our prospects? Good evening, prospects. We are so excited that you are joining us this evening. Now, studio audience, as you know, this isn't your ordinary average dating game. Each of our wonderful prospects has something just a little bit off about them. This evening, prospect number 1 has a superpower that you might not expect. What is that superpower?
Read your mind.
Yes, prospect number 1 can read minds, absolutely. And did you know that prospect number 2 has a job that is super boring? Like incredibly boring. What is that job?
She's a sewer worker.
Yes, I've heard that. Yes, you've been a sewer worker for some time now.
43 years.
43 years. I mean, can we give it up for 43 years in the sewer? And last, but certainly not least, we once again have another famous person from history joining us. Tonight, joining us on our panel is?
Benedict Arnold.
Benedict Arnold. All right, so just to recap, we have our mind reading prospect number 1, our sewer worker of 43 years, number 2, and Benedict Arnold. Are you ready to meet our contestant? Yeah. Give it up for our contestant, Ivana Gensela. Come on in, Ivana. Welcome.
Right over here.
Welcome. Ivana, we are so excited that you're here this evening.
I'm so happy to be here, Biff.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us. Before we get going, why don't you tell our studio audience and our prospects a little bit about
So
yourself?
I'm Ivana Dansalot, and I am just so excited to be here. I have never been on TV before. This has like always been my dream. I've always been a performer. I love this. I love it. I'm just so excited.
Well, we're excited to have you here on Picking Dates! All right, well, Ivana, it's pretty simple. You get to ask questions of all of our prospects and start to see if you feel some of those tinglies.
Oh, okay. Well, prospect, okay, I'm gonna start with prospect number 1.
Yeah.
If you were to impress my parents, what would you do?
I'm sorry, I have to say it out loud, don't I? Okay,
Yes,
I'm
that would be
sorry,
helpful.
Sorry. Well, I would, Fred and Marge, they're a great couple. They've been together for 53 years, which is fantastic. I know that they love cheesecake, so I would bring cheesecake when I came to your house.
Oh, well that is just so sweet. That is such a good answer. You're already on the right track. Contestant number 2, same question.
Well, do your parents like to get their hands dirty?
My mother likes gardening.
Yeah. I'd probably take them down to the work site. Show them what I do every day.
Oh, well that is so lovely. I'm sure they would love to know more about you. Contestant number 3, same question.
I would find out how politically motivated your parents were to perhaps move against the system currently in power and actively work on the behalf of that cause unless I felt very unappreciated, in which case I might offer my services to other more giving and prestigious parties.
Okay. We'll come back to that. Thank you. Contestant number 3. Okay. Contestant number 1. Where is your favorite place to be? You have to say it out loud.
No, I know.
Okay.
Up on your roof, the place that you can access outside your window by climbing out the balcony and up the drain pipe, gazing at the stars, and with your stuffed animal. Google. No, sorry, giggles. Sorry, giggles, not Google.
That's my favorite place too.
What do you know?
Isn't that surprising?
Thanks. Contestant number 2. Where's your favorite place to be?
Well, it's a little different than the 2 of you. I mean, I prefer to be kind of under the house. That's where my work really gets done. That's where you just work shit out,
So, this is your work, is in your profession?
Right.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've been doing it for so long, it's like my life,
Do you enjoy it?
Oh, I love it.
Oh.
It gets a little boring, you know what they say. Same shit, different day.
Yeah, they do say that.
They do, yeah.
Okay, contestant number 3, where is your favorite place to be?
I would like to be in England, and the furthest part in the middle of England, where I have no chance, no matter how powerful the telescope, that I would have to look at any of those wretched monuments in the District of Columbia.
Okay.
Clearly, you're feeling some anger there, prospect number 3.
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
It's okay. It's okay. So how are we feeling so far?
I have a lot to think about.
Okay.
I think I'll put it that way.
While you're thinking about that, I have a few questions for our prospects, if you don't mind.
That's fine. I'm really curious too.
Okay, prospect number 1. Am I going to be able to retire? Soon?
Oh, you got a while to
Yeah.
go, I think. Also, I'm equally relieved that your colonoscopy report came out really good. That's great, yeah.
Thanks. Prospect number 2. Some people think you have a really crappy kind of job, and I'm just wondering, what are your thoughts about that?
I think that's a misunderstanding, you know.
You do.
I mean, I take care of stuff that nobody else wants to take care of.
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely.
Is that why you're on the show with me?
No, no, sweetheart, no.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm missing just the one thing in my life, and that's companionship. You know, at the end of the day, I take a long shower and I clean off, and I'm just by myself with my thoughts. I'm sorry, are you okay?
Yeah, fine. I'm just wondering if you wanted to share a little bit more.
I don't think so.
Nothing about a cat?
Wait, I don't know. I do have a cat.
Mhm.
I do have a cat.
No, so I think she should know that.
I have that too. That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't let it be replaced. I mean, I still want to go on dates. It's just a cat. I mean, I love the cat. Okay, I love the cat.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for that, prospect number 2. Prospect number 3. I mean, you've kind of gotten a bad rap. How do you feel about the way people view you as maybe unpatriotic or, traitorous even?
Well, people forget I've served my time as a veteran. That's very important, and I fought for the cause I believed in most, which was my own advancement. And, sometimes you just have to look at everyone and say, I did what I didn't have to do, but what I wanted to do, and live with it.
Well, thank you for being so upfront and honest with our contestant in our studio audience. It is appreciated.
You don't have anything to say about this? You don't got an opinion about this guy?
No, he's pretty honest, actually. Yeah, he says it like it is, and she's not buying it, so we're good.
Okay. All right. Well.
I don't mean to speak out of turn, but my companions are on the wrong path. And if you could see it your way for us to work together toward a more unified point of view, we could both have an arrangement that would be worth our while.
Well, it's not usually customary for the prospects to come over here. It's my space.
Think outside the box, I did.
Look, let's keep this fair, okay?
He's actually going to make the same offer to the both of us after the show, so just so you know.
Nothing is fair in love or war.
Well, okay, moving right along. I know that you really enjoy food. Right?
I do. I really do.
Especially breakfast food, like pancakes and that sort of thing.
Yes.
I would wonder, what do you think they think about breakfast? What kind of breakfast meal might they take you on?
Oh, you want me to say?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, contestant number 1, I think you like what I like. I think you know what I like.
Yes, and we would definitely work on the ketchup on the eggs thing, definitely.
That's really good. It gets such a bad rap, but it is so good together.
Yeah, sure. Okay, maybe we would just, veer towards the hollandaise sauce, the eggs Benedict would be delicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes, do go with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do enjoy eggs Benedict as well.
Don't we all?
You should try mine, they're infamous.
Contestant number 2.
That's so funny.
I'm getting a weird read on you. You enjoy things that most people don't. So I feel like you're kind of like a ketchup on like watermelon kind of person. Like that's like
Yeah. Put it, just put it all in there. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever somebody else doesn't want, whatever they're done with, whatever's left over,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll handle that.
Awesome. I like that. You're like a dog with scraps. But you're not a dog.
Right.
I just
but,
was thinking.
yeah, clean up
Contestant number
everything.
3, contestant number 3. You are so confusing to me. I would like to hear what you would eat for breakfast.
Well, I mean, I certainly do agree with the eggs choice that contestant number 1 made, but if I wanted to have eggs a different way, say fried, I would flip them a lot, switch sides a lot of times when I was doing that.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay.
But
I
yeah,
feel like,
those eggs that we were talking about with the hollandaise, really, that's,
yeah, I think we're all in agreement on
Yeah.
that.
Oh, you know,
Yeah.
egg, you can't go wrong with eggs
No.
Benedict.
No.
Well,
If you order anything else, you're being a traitor to your own taste buds.
Definitely.
Prospect number 3, I was just wondering, do you have bacon with your eggs?
Wrong time period.
I mean, I used to love bacon, but then, I had a pet pig for a while, and
Oh, I thought you meant the Oh, sure, why not?
see. Well, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. What do you
Oh.
think? Do we have a match, or do you need a few more moments?
I think I know who I want to pick.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Studio audience, the time is now. Ivana, who is your match?
Thanks. You're so good. Thank you.
That's a little presumptuous, don't you think?
Did I? Well, I wasn't done thinking.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Can you look the other? This is really weird. Like you're really weirding me out. Can I does that? I don't know if that fixes things. I think I'm gonna pick contestant number 2. I've always had a love for sewage workers.
I hope you'll like my cat too.
Wow. Contestant number 2. I'm shocked.
Why?
I'm
Why?
literally.
I'm hardworking. I was on a dirty job show.
Personally, I thought there were some.
Yeah, it was a
Vibes
last minute
over here.
switcheroo in her head.
I really, not to put it bluntly, but contestants 1 and 3, you guys scare me.
That happens a lot. I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Sure does. All right. Well, contestant number. Why don't we stay? Contestant and prospect number 2. Let's give it up for them. If you'll step backstage, we're going to get you ready for your date. Now, before we bring this show to an end, do you have anything to say to our last 2 prospects who unfortunately did not find love?
I mean, I'm sure contestant number 1 already read my mind about it. That I'm sorry to see.
You don't need words. You don't need words.
Well, thank you so much, prospect number 1, for being here. We appreciate.
Yeah.
Prospect number 3. Prospect number 3. I think you're a little too tall for me. If that rings a bell with.
Well, my reputation is large depending on how you view things. I mean, I'm certainly thinking they think of me more favorably in England.
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't anything revolutionary.
I really, the status level between us is a little bit intimidating to me. You being a king and all.
Whoa!
Sorry.
I was a military man. I mean, the general as I have forgotten. But you might think of me as America's first inside traitor. Traitor. I'm sorry.
I see.
He thinks he's a king, but we know he's a traitor.
Right. Yes.
Let me ask you, is it the breakfast thing? Do you not like eggs
You don't like eggs Benedict?
No, I don't think.
Excuse me, I hate to interrupt. I just need to ask Melvin one question. Tomorrow's episode of Knowledge Strongly, what letter is that brought to us by?
What letter?
Yeah, is it the letter R?
Yeah, well, it's R.
I think that's right. That's what I have on the clipboard here.
No. R we did last week. It's R is old. R and old.
Oh, R is old.
R and old.
All right, thank you.
Not new.
I'm pretty sure I watched it. Arnold was last week.
Check the sheet. It's the bakery. It's the bakery that makes the brand of English muffins that nobody thinks of. Not Thomas's, but the other bakery.
Right.
They're sponsoring next week's show, aren't they?
Yes.
Now you just got me confused.
I'm sorry.
I could eat a whole lot of them, like that actor, Tom, what's his name? You don't see much of him.
Oh, from Roseanne?
Yes!
Yeah, he's great. Hey, people,
Right.
we're still alive, for heaven's sake.
Oh, getting back to the breakfast thing. Is it
Mary
eggs
Roseanne,
Benedict
what's her name?
that's bothering you?
Perhaps.
I love eggs Benedict.
Do you golf? No, forget it. You wanna
I love eggs Benedict, and I am just gonna say, Benedict is great, but R, as he said, R and old. R is old.
Can we take a break? Can I get a half iced tea lemonade, please?
Oh, it's
What do they call it?
Arnold.
A Palmer, something Palmer.
Oh, Palmer.
But I'm really parched. If someone could get me
I
that.
think I have no idea who you are.
Well then, I see your public school teachers have done a good service.
Okay, we need to hurry this up because there's someone coming in to give a benediction in a little bit. Benediction.
In 1776, there
It is Benedict Arnold. It's Benedict Arnold. And I just want to say, this is not the first time people have passed me over for advancement, and not the first time they will have lived to regret it.
Well, studio audience, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Pick Dates. Are we done?
Yes! All right, thanks so much for coming, folks, to the studio of WOUU Wow TV, Schenectady, New York.